And if I could, I wasn't, this is not planned, I want you to know this, but I want to ask Harry if he could come and stand with me. I don't mean to put him on the spot, but I think the picture has to be ever so clear so that you'll understand what I'm saying. In I'm trying to hold it together, but in 1988, I was part of a group of boys called the Horton Street Boys. In 1988, they had a sting. SPD produced a sting to corral the violence and the drug dealing on this block. And Officer Harry was a sergeant at the time. Who would ever guess that I would not only sell narcotics to this man and wound up going to prison, but before I went to prison, before I went to jail, he told me, he says, you don't have to do this. Yes, he kept his duty as an officer, and I appreciate that because I wasn't arrested that day, but I was really rescued. And it was because of days like that, it was situations like that that led me to who I am today. That there is a chance for change. Away with this myth. Right. Away with this myth that the police are all bad and black men can't get ahead. That's a lie. Oh, I'm telling you. Oh, you ain't got to clap. It's right anyways. That's right. You can get ahead. This psychological enslavement, it says that once you get in trouble, that's it. That's all. It's not true. I pastor one of the greatest churches on this side of the Northwest. Plus, I work at an elementary school with a felony. Amen. It's because an Officer Bailey, who not only performed his job, but he told me, he left me with something. He says, you do not have to do this. Many people could have been arrested that night, but if that sting, if we go back and look at the archives, I was the only one who went. None of my other friends were arrested. Now, you might not get this now. You'll get it at home. There's a reason why everything happens in our life. It's orchestrated, it's strategic. I met him, I had been looking for him for quite some time. If John was here as well, we used to call him names like RoboCop. I don't want to get in trouble, but we would call Officer John Hayes RoboCop because he was tall and he could run. He knew my mother, you know what I mean? He knew my mother, but they were great interest in us. And I want to say, if there was many more here, I would say that we don't have to continue accepting what we've been accepting. No, we don't. It's time that we get off the couch of do nothing. Yes, it is. It's time of not just sitting by and doing nothing and expecting change. Right. Sometimes you have to be called out of, from among of, in order to make a difference. Right on. You can't just sit still and do nothing and expect change. Sometimes you have to come out and say, hey, I've been there, pull the covers off yourself and say, listen, I've had some trouble in my life. Oh, yeah, we do. Yes, I've had some troubles with my life, and I've made some mistakes. Take our robes off, our clergy collars, and tell the truth. Right on. This is, yeah, tell the truth. Not only in the church community, but the mosque community and the Buddhist community, because here in our very own community, it's happening. Yes. It's happening. What are we willing to do? What are we willing to say in order to corral this? What are we going to do? What, we're going to push us all on the mayor and the police and say it's their fault? Come on. Huh? No. Or are we really saying enough's enough? That's right. Are we tired? Yeah. Because if you ain't tired, trust me, they're not tired. They sleep during the daytime and get up at night. They're not tired. While we're going to work, working hard, they're not tired. No. Anytime you can take a gun and take a life, that don't sound like somebody's tired. It sounds like somebody's hurting. So what message are we providing for this youth that are hurting? What can we tell them? What can we show them? I'm showing those that are here today as I stand with this man. Not just a man, but a man that walks like me, put his pants on the same way I do each morning. That maybe our journeys went a different direction. But if you can't see, they ended in the same place. Woo! For the same cause. Thank you. Beautiful.